welcome to Aussie Pub Trivia. My name is Tara and this is my trivia. Okay, I don't have that much to update this week, so here is the QR code. The way we play is you can scan this QR code, that goes to a Google form that I mark, and I am a very kind marker. You can also play just pen and paper, just make sure that you comment your score, let me know how you did so that I can include you. Now, usually I do a score update, but everybody's been very busy lately, so the scoreboards are very just banal. So instead, I am issuing a bribe. If you recruit somebody, put their team name in my little feedback trough at the very end. Let me know who they are and I will give both you and them 5 points each. Bam, 5 points. That can make or break a game usually. Have a bribe. Okay, this week we have general knowledge, then pop culture, then you'll get the answers for general knowledge and pop culture. Then we have music and what's the connection? And you'll get the answers for that one after those 2 rounds. All right? Are we ready to play some trivia? Let's play some trivia.
Are you guys in for pub trivia? Oh yeah, I love pub trivia. Oh yeah, sounds grouse, sounds grouse. Alrighty, let's kick off the general knowledge questions. Question 1. Slender Man is the most famous example of what type of internet story? Question 2. What is this a close-up picture of? Question 3. It's our Aussie city question. Which region produces the most wine? Is it Orange, Adelaide Hills, or the Barossa Valley? For our true or false, we're heading over to Wales. The national animal of Wales is the badger. True or false? Question 5. Are these inventions older or younger than Australia? We've got the fortune cookie and we've got perforated toilet paper. Question 6. Where in the world? This week I'm doing it a little bit differently. I've got a modern photo and a historical photo because this one is a bit easy. So identify the landmark from these 2 pictures. Picture number 1, bit more obscure, worth 2 points. Picture number 2, bit more obvious, worth 1 point. Question 7. Gandhi's glasses were sold in 2020 for how much? £34,000, £102,000, or £260,000? Question 8. There is a beer and leisure centre in Sydney named after which Australian PM? question 9, I decided to be a bit silly this week. Which animal is making this sound? Is it what we think a T-Rex sounds like? Or is it a shoebill stork, which is definitely just a dinosaur? And our final question this week, name the year in which these events happened. And remember that you get 2 points for getting it bang on, 1 point for either side. The world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, opened in Dubai. Julia Gillard becomes Australia's first female Prime Minister. And Instagram and the iPad are launched. What year was that? Alrighty, I'll see you in pop culture. Oh, welcome to Pop Goes the Culture. We'll kick it off right away. We've got 11 questions in Pop Goes the Culture. Question 1, I'm giving you 3 points here. Name the 3 films Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise co-starred in during their marriage, which lasted from 1990 to 2001. There are 3 films, name them for 1 point each. Question 2, which actor features prominently in the game Cyberpunk 2077? Question 3, who is the common actor in these 3 films? We've got Ride Along, Get Hard, and Central Intelligence. Question 4, what movie is this quote from? And for a bonus possible 2 points, what year was it released?
You shall not pass!
Oh, need a hand? Yeah, no, just browsing, thanks, mine. For question 5, we have just browsing, thanks. A simple one, whose brows are these? For question 6, I'm going to show you 2 stills from 2 different movies. Name the movie for 1 point each. For question 7, identify the nostalgic cartoon or kids show from the theme song.
Well, the boy's kind of small,
George Shrinks!
but it doesn't show at all,
George Shrinks!
because he's always acting tall.
George Shrinks!
George Shrinks, he's called.
Question 8, in a similar vein, identify the company from this jingle.
Marge, the rains are here.
Super juicy corn cobbets, specially grown to be super juicy. So juicy they're simply bursting with flavour.
And to close out the round, we have our trinity of difficult questions. The questions you can be extra smug about if you get them correct. Question 9 is our cinema question. What language are most spaghetti westerns originally released in? Question 10 is our literature question. I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings was an autobiography by who? And finally, question 11, what is the name of this artwork and who is the artist? And this one, like most artworks its age, has a very long name. I'm happy if you just give me the shortened version. That's the end of the first half. That's such a quick quiz this week. Oh, I'll see yous in the answers, I guess. Okay, let's go through the answers. We'll start it off with general knowledge. For question 1, I asked you what type of internet story Slender Man is. He is a creepypasta. Question 2, this is a close-up picture of a soccer ball. Question 3, the region that produces the most wine was Barossa Valley. Question 4, I asked you a true or false. The national animal of Wales is the badger. That is false. It is the dragon. Naturally, that is their natural home in Wales. For question 5, I asked you if these inventions are older or younger than Australia. For fortune cookies, there's no exact date, but they were invented during World War I. They are younger than Australia, and perforated toilet paper was first invented in 1891. We've been ripping toilet paper longer than we've been voting in elections. Question 6, I showed you these 2 images and asked you to name the monument. That is our very own Sydney Harbour Bridge. Question 7, how much did Gandhi's glasses sell for in 2020? They went for an absolutely incredible £260,000. That is close to 550,000 AUD. That is a lot of money to pay for a prescription that's out of date and not yours. Question 8. The Beer and Leisure Centre in Sydney is named after Bob Hawke. It looks really good and I really want to go there. Question 9. The animal making this sound is the shoebill stork. But it genuinely does sound like a dinosaur. These guys are crazy. If you've never just looked up a shoebill stork, you really should. And then question 10, name the year in which these events happened. The Burj Khalifa was opened. Julia Gillard became our first PM, our first female PM rather. And Instagram and the iPad were launched. That was 2010. So 2 points for 2010, 1 point for 2009 or 2011. All right, let's go through for pop culture. I asked you to name the 3 films that Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise co-starred in during their marriage. That was Days of Thunder in 1990, Far and Away in 1992, and Eyes Wide Shut in 1999. Good job if you got any of those, 1 point each. Who is the actor to star in Cyberpunk 2077? That's Keanu Reeves. question 3, the actor in these 3 films, Ride Along, Get Hard, and Central Intelligence, is Kevin Hart. He really does have just a style, and he does it very well. Question 4, I asked which movie You Shall Not Pass comes from. That is from Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, or Lord of the Rings 1, which was from 2001. So 1 point for 2000, 1 point for 2002. For question 5, I asked you, whose brows are these? When I was putting this together, I was like, oh gosh, she really does have just like a perfect face. There is not even a crinkle on that face. This is Julie Andrews. She's so beautiful. Question 6, I asked you to identify these 2 films. The first one here is Mickey 17 from 2025, great film, and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure from 1989, excellent film. Question 7, I took it way back to the old school and I showed you William Joyce's George Shrinks. Back to back in classics, our ad this week was McCain's Super Juicy Corn. This ad, I grew up in drought country and this ad is psychopathic. Like, it is truly just the worst joke that children could play on a farmer during the drought. Wow. Good job, McCain's. Made in Ballarat. Into our trinity of difficult questions. What language are most spaghetti westerns originally released in? That is Italian. They were shot in Italy. Our literature question, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, was the autobiography of Maya Angelou. And finally, this artwork is called Christ in the Storm on the Sea of Galilee from 1633, and it's by Rembrandt. I always thought Rembrandt was his surname. Nope, first name. Okay. As I said, I did also accept the shortened version. So if you had like either Christ in the Storm or Storm on the Sea or something along those lines, yeah, you got it. It's fine. Okay, let's keep going with the second half. I'll see yous again in a minute. Alrighty, let's kick on over to music. For question 1, I've taken away the audio and I've sped up some music video clips. I'd like you to name both the song and the artist for a potential 4 points in this one. Question 2, this is DJ Leica and she plays the songs backwards because that's the way that she likes it. Name both the song and the artist playing in reverse for 2 points. Question 3 is our true or false. Smashing Pumpkins and Fleetwood Mac both have a song named Landslide. True or false? For question 4, it's our composer question. Who composed the music for Frozen Planet 2? Was it Danny Elfman, Hans Zimmer, John Williams, or Howard Shore? And here's a little bit of it just to give you a hint. For question 5, I've beefed up the points on this. Identify the song and or artist from the first 10 seconds. There's 2 songs, so you'll get 4 points for this question. For question 6, there's an image of an instrument on the screen. There's some beautiful music being played by Piper Alley here on YouTube and also Instagram. What instrument is this? Question 7. What color shoes does David Bowie want you to put on in the song Let's Dance from 1983? For question 8, identify either the song or the artist, or both for 2 points, from this guitar solo. And I do have a hint on the screen. If you can decode it, you will also get the answer. Question 9 is our Triple J Unearthed artist. She's back! This particular artist has been nominated for the Unearthed High Awards too. She's absolutely brilliant. What is her name? I've given you hints. There's literally a link you can click. You can check the bio. This is 3 points. And of course, if you like her music, then please give yourself a bonus point.
You are sunshine. You're the summer nights I long in winter. You're the cool breeze that...
And finally, question 10, name the year of release of these songs. And you'll get 2 points for bang on, 1 point for either side. This week we've got Sign of the Times by Harry Styles and Our Lips Are Sealed by the Go-Go's.
Just stop your crying, it's a sign of the times. We gotta get away. Doesn't matter what they say. In the jealous games people play. All lips are sealed.
And that's my favourite round over. Aw, that's all right, we got one more to go. I'll see you over there.
What's the connection? What's the connection?
This is me.
That is still my favourite intro. I'm so proud of myself for that intro. All right, what is the connection? I'm going to show you 4 images of 4 things, and you have to tell me what connects them. I'm not going to tell you what is in the image. That is up to you to decode. And of course, question 5 is worth 2 points. The way scoring works on this one, question 1 will always be the hardest link, which is why it's worth 4 points. A little bit easier for 3, 2, and then the easiest is on 1 point. All right, let's get into the questions. Question 1, what's this connection? Question 2, what's this connection? Question 3, what's the connection? Question 4, what's the connection? And finally, it's our double pointer. What is this connection? You've only gone and done it. You've only gone and done the whole quiz. I'm so proud of you, genuinely. Every day. You just shock and amaze me in a great way. Okay, let's go through the answers. Hopefully they won't shock and amaze you. Okay, you're strapped in. Are you ready? All right, you bloody genius, let's do it. Question 1, I asked you to identify these songless video clips. The first one was Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor from 1992, and the second was WAP by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, which was released originally in 2020, but is on her upcoming album, on Cardi's upcoming album in 2025. 2 release dates. For question 2, I asked you to name the song being played in reverse. In my opinion, this one was tricky. It was Blinding Lights by The Weeknd in 2019. Smashing Pumpkins and Fleetwood Mac both have a song named Landslide. That is true. Who composed the music for Frozen Planet 2? That was Hans Zimmer. Question 5, identify the song and artist from the first 10 seconds. question 1, we have Come As You Are by Nirvana from 1992. And secondly, we have If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys in 2003. This instrument, again, that music from Piper Alley, that was the bagpipes. For question 7, I asked you what colour shoes David Bowie wants us to put on. That is red. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. For question 8, I also asked you to identify the song and or artist, this time from the guitar solo. Here we have Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult from 1976. For question 9, this young lady's name is Rhea. Scan the QR code to be taken to her Linktree, or I've got the Linktree link there. It's also in the bio. As I said, give her a listen. She's absolutely phenomenal. And question number 10, name the year of release of these songs. We had Sign of the Times by Harry Styles coming out in 2017, so 1 point for 2016, 1 point for 2018 as well. And The Go-Go's came out in 1981, so 2 points either side there as well. Good job if you got those. All right, moving into What's the Connection? For the Connections 1, this lady's name is Kylie Kwong. This is Kylie Sonique Love. This is Kylie Jenner. And we've got our beautiful Kylie Minogue at the end there. These are all famous Kylies. For our second connection, this is a seed pod. This is a podcast. These are AirPods. And these are Mars pods. These are all just different pods. Number 3. So here you've got a flock of seagulls. That's the band. Here you've got a picture of the mob, like a mob of kangaroos or emus. Here we've got a parliament, say of owls. And finally we've got pride, let's say of lions. These are all collective nouns. If you got groups of animals, names of animals, I'll also give you that one. Good job if you got it. Question 4, a little bit trickier. This character's name is Thorn from The Wild Robot. This is Skipped from The Regular Show. This is the Joker from Batman the Killing Joke. And this is Luke Skywalker from Robot Chicken Star Wars. And they were all characters voiced by Mark Hamill. Good job if you got that one. But our bonus pointer, the double pointer, really well done if you got this one. I was proud when I wrote this one. So you've got Jif plus Y, Jiffy. You've got pictures of milkshakes there. This is a mo, and that's a tick. And these are all units of time. Good job if you managed to put those together. Very proud of you.
And that's it for our trivia this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to tell me who you've recruited to play. I would love to build this little community up. It's already made such a difference in my life, and I am so grateful to you all for playing, genuinely. Okay, remember to subscribe as well. Subscribe do help a little bit. Okay, I'm also going to be releasing individual rounds, maybe, probably, definitely. So if you prefer to play one round at a time, those are coming. Okay, I'll see you next week, my darlings. Bye.